This copyright telecast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other disseminations of the use of this broadcast descriptions or accounts for this show without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association is prohibited. The PCSRA Weekly Show is on the air. Today's show is brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, and by Sonic. Live from the PCSRA studios in War Acres, Oklahoma, here is the voice of the PCSRA, Daniel Voiles.
And hello and welcome back to the part 2 of the Spanish Grand Prix, but welcome to this Tuesday's edition of PCSRA Weekly. Yesterday, due to, I don't want to talk to you, Kyle. I need to have a talk, with you guys, I just told Teal I just went live. So, before I bring the panelists out, I have a statement that I'm going to be reading to all of you, and this is regarding about what Chris Barton, for whatever reason, decided to block me like a total jerk. Okay. So, anyway. Chris Barton released the following statement when I was having a discussion with him. This is what he said, quote, "This is what needs to happen." And, of course, he mentioned me, myself. "If you were called a penis head, regardless whether or not Elijah was only playing around, he owes you an apology." Then he tells Stapleton, "Stapleton, you seem to be completely defending Elijah, and I respect that because that's what best friends do. However, when you have another best friend who is called an inappropriate name, you need to make sure an apology is given by the right person. Even friends need time away from one another, as do family members." Hi, Teal. "Elijah said that for a reason, and from what I understand, it wasn't meant to be a joke. Comment whatever you like, but I'm done with this conversation. Elijah owes me," this is from Chris, this is not what I'm saying badly, "an apology, and if I did something to warrant giving an apology back to Elijah, then he needs to do it as well later," end quote. What is your sad news, Teal? Oh boy, if this is Veronica, then Veronica is... If it's about V, then V's already on my shit list, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah. So, my take, I don't know about you guys, but regardless, you know, and I think he also blocked Stapleton. I don't know if that is true. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Keel. Hugs. I'm so sorry about that. I'm really sorry about hearing that news, Keel. You need a hug. I need a hug because yeah, so... There you go. But... Okay. I'm probably not going to debate on this topic and like I said, again, that was from what Chris said. So Elijah and Nathan Stapleton, let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Also, Veronica Platts has been given a warning for her stunt yesterday, because I called her actions inappropriate, and she shouldn't be saying that to Big Brother. I know for a fact she wouldn't say that to Teal. So, anyway, So just to let everybody know, so from all of us here in the PCSRA, we want to send our condolences to Kyle Langeland and his family and friends. That's like the second Hedgehog that needs condolences. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna, wait, somebody, oh, it's from here. It's like, okay. So yeah, so Elijah, let me know what you think from what Chris just told me in the comments section. Also, Nathan Stapleton, let me know what you think about that. So, okay. Let's go. So anyway, I need to do this so that way I'm actually gonna tag you in a post, Kyle. Thank you. I'm gonna make sure everybody on Facebook I'm actually gonna go ahead and edit the title of this video if you don't mind, Teal. So anyway, also I will put I'm gonna also edit the description while I'm thinking about it, so anyway. So let me do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Oh wait, that's not it. Okay, this is it. Of course, if you don't know, the talk show is currently going to be until October, so yeah. Alright. Alright. I think it would be a lot. And yeah, okay, that's done. Let's go ahead and update the description. So, I just put out the news on Facebook. And I know you're going to have to, well, first of all, I just want Elijah to unblock me so we can have a talk. Then, okay, I'm going to go ahead. I need to let everybody in the ENFZ chat know right now what's going on. There's some, I'll bring this up. So, yeah, okay, let me go ahead and update the description. So before I send the link, before I join the call, I just want to go ahead and pass along this news because I know. Alright, I'm just letting everybody know. Okay. Alright. Let's see what I got. Alright. Yep. Sheila Hackwood, and this is for Sheila Hackwood. Hi, Q-Man. Not really, Q-Man. You know, I just feel like, shit. Come on, car. No, I just feel like, man, I've lost all hope of getting to 200 subscribers because I feel like my hopes have been destroyed. So, yeah. It's okay, bud. We understand that. You know, I just want to have a talk with Elijah. That's why I told Taylor to add me in the WLA chat so I can talk to Elijah, because that's the only way I can talk to him as far as I'm concerned. So, you know. Again, for those of you that just joined us, we do have some sad news I need to pass along. If you have not heard the news just now, or what Teal just said, Kyle Langeland's aunt sadly passed away yesterday, so we want to send our thoughts and prayers to Teal and the Langeland family at this time. Second time we've had an HWO member with a devastating tragedy. The other, of course, Gail Crampton, who was a former PCSRA driver, so I'm going to try to do something like to make a special scheme. I'm going to have to see if the 23 is taken, now that I'm thinking about it. Hold on a second. Let me go to the SRA. Just a little disclaimer, I did not spoil the Pizza X series, so you guys are welcome. Skill Super Speedway series, that's what I want. Did anybody take the 23? Did anybody take the 23? Did anybody take the 23? Attack War. Yep. Okay, I'll let Seth know. Kyle told me to sign up for... Okay, let me do this real quick. Yeah, let me get back to the sign up video. Shit. Where's the sign up video? I'm just signing up for Teal just because why not? Where is it? Alright, sign up 6 days ago. What sponsor do you want? Because I'm going to be a Ford team. Yeah. It's your aunt's name, so... Yeah. Because I was thinking about giving you a bear scheme, a Chicago bear scheme, if you didn't mind. So, anyway... I had Nathan Orman, I would have tagged him in a post along with Nathan Stapleton. I would have tagged him in a post. If you ask why, it's because it's really important. Because I would have told Stapleton, now's really not the time, dude. Teal's already been devastated. Alright, I'll do that. Alright. I'm gonna let Seth know. Okay, I've let Seth know that I signed him up. Yeah. Okay, Johnny is. Yeah, no problem. I already got people already sending prayers to to get to you. So, alright, so, yeah. Jesus Christ, this run over. Okay. Alright, so with that all said and done, I don't have any other announcements. For those of you that just came in, for those of you that will be coming into the chat, please remember to send prayers to Teal. I would appreciate that. So with that said and done, let's get our I'm just telling Nathan Bell. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and tag Stapleton just because Stapleton needs to get involved. Same. Tag Zachary Taylor. I'm gonna tag Taylor. I'll tag. Hey, Q-Man, do you not mind if I tag you in a post? I'll tag Orman because Orman needs to hear this. Orman. Got 3 people watching. Hello, the 3 people watching. By the way, remember to take note of the description before you start commenting in the chat. I'll also tag Stapleton because Stapleton needs to be involved. I just started the show, Taylor, you derp. Wow, Taylor, you're drunk. Yeah. Okay, Okay. And I'll finish tagging everybody else. I'll probably tag some more people in this. Elijah will probably need to look at that post. I'll mention Mr. Bro in the comments section so he can send you condolences. So. Yeah. Just want to also I'll go ahead and throw this other announcement. I don't know if you guys are aware about this, but I actually have 3 teams that I own in the NR community. WLA, PCSRA, and this one was probably a Gore's kept secret. I also have a team in Nura under the same name, so which I need to get caught up on the Nura races while I'm thinking about it, because I'll let Power know. Been busy lately, but I'm gonna get caught up on your races eventually. Because he's almost done with the season. I'm gonna try to get caught up on it as best as I can. Because that's the only series. I'm the only Hedgehog in that series besides Mr. Bro. Alright. I think that's plenty of people. I might tag Q-Man, but I'll have to wait for his permission. I might have to mention Elijah on Twitter. So. Okay, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'll just finish editing my post. Stapleton. Just to be safe and sorry, I'll include Q-Man. If Q-Man's okay with it. If he is, that's fine. But that's all I'm gonna send. So, anyway, gonna edit the post. Going to send, let me go ahead and tag Mr. William Brock. I'll let Mr. Bro know in a PM. So yeah. So. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start this call. So, yeah. I don't know which call I'm going to start, but yeah, so. So, if I have any other announcements, I'll try to see what I can get, but for right now, I'm going to go ahead and start the party on Messenger, as I do not know why the camera is on. Okay, camera, please turn off. Thank you. Alright. Okay. Just currently waiting for people to join. We're halfway through the Spanish Grand Prix. Alright, I'll just end that call. We'll start one when we get a chance, so yeah. I could add Sam Kelly if he wants to join the weekly show. That's probably the only way he could join. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. For Teal, to honor Teal's aunt, this next lap that I'm going to start, we're actually going to go silent. So, alright. So before I join the call, ladies and gentlemen, to honor Sheila Hackworth for Kyle Langeland's aunt, I'll join in a second. I gotta do a silent lap for Teal, because why not? Whoa, car. Alright, as I get ready to come off the chicane, ladies and gentlemen, to honor Kyle's aunt, who sadly passed away, lap 38, we're gonna go silent right now, and Kyle Langeland's aunt will definitely be missed as the silent lap begins now. And we want to thank you guys for the silent lap 38. So, yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Alright. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, it's a disappointment. I'm gonna tell, I'm letting Taylor know the situation right now. That way you guys, that way it's already been handled and shit like that. So, anyway. So this show is to honor Mr. Teal, Kyle Langeland. So, okay. Alright. So. Let me, so hopefully everybody, I know Teal's feeling down, and I want to cheer him up by giving him his Mountain Dew Baja Blast Teal Slushy to make him feel better. I definitely need my blue slushy because I really do need to feel better. So, yeah. You're welcome, Teal.
Someone sent him a call. Call who? In the call. Daniel's in the call. Who? Daniel's in the car. Daniel's in the call. Okay. It says that it's not done by a call for me.
But anyway, so yeah. Gonna get ready to start the, so we'll get ready to start in a second, but, I might end up getting driver of the race because I started at the back with all the grid penalties and all that. I still am gonna win this race. How about that? So.
Not as much.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do this.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay.
So, alright, so with that said, as, oh, there goes Joey.
Is that Daniel?
So let's go ahead and bring our expert panelists,
I don't know.
as I am here, guys.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey. And I'm joined by, Nathan Bell.
I'm doing laundry right now. Hey,
okay.
guys, I'm doing laundry. That's what I'm doing.
And Connor is also here in this call, so welcome to these guys. If one of you, okay, I'm gonna say this before any of you guys say this. For those of you in the chat, if you want to join Nathan and Nathan Bell, not Nathan Orman or Stapleton, and Connor, please send me a DM and I will get you guys added in the chat right away. Before anybody else, sorry to cut you off, Connor, but, Teal in the chat, this group I got added by, Nathan Bell. He does, reactions like Elijah, but, we do it on Messenger, so if you want me to send you a link, I could, or send you, or add you, I can, but I would have to make sure I get permission by Nathan Bell.
For the race?
Yeah, I will. Before I do that, Teal and Q-Man, I'm gonna send you the entry list in a DM on Discord, so give me 1 second. Both entry lists are out, so I need to do this, and Teal can put in the podcast. So that way it's done. 51 and 52 are to be announced. Yay, what else is new?
Because, I need lunch, for tomorrow, and stuff like that. He said,
what is that weird face, Q-Man? Come on, guys.
And I'm doing laundry right now. I know I'm doing it so late, but I didn't know the laundry.
Ooh, we got some new people. Alright.
How about
you gonna do today?
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do, two things. Okay, I'm going to do this. There's that. There's the entry list. Come on, man. Come on, cuz. Come on, Brewski. We need your head in the game. Alright. So there's the entry list for Xfinity and Cup. Now, to those of you in the Discord chat. Oh, wait. Wait, hang on. That's not what I want.
Please be quiet.
Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to put the entry list in Alpha Pate's sake.
No.
Gosh darn it, I hit the wrong button. Hi, V.
She left a while and back. I woke up
Hey,
around
V, I need to
10:30,
talk to
10
you
o'clock.
because,
See if we get it.
yeah. V, if you've not heard the news, Teal's feeling a bit down, if you're wondering. Okay, I got a message from somebody. Yeah, well, I was right. Hold on, before I continue on, I want to see what's going on. Yeah. Hey, V, I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. Sorry to cut you off, guys. I'm trying to talk to V in the chat. You know, hey, V, I'm sorry about what happened, you know, Sunday. Fortnite is updating, and oh. So if you can forgive your big brother and also pray for Teal, I would appreciate that. That way, it's done and out of the way. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was trying to talk to somebody in the chat, the YouTube chat. So. Anyway. Okay. Glad you're back. Gosh dang it. Alright. Cuddles V. Yeah. I just want to make sure you had a great day at school, sis. I just don't want anything bad. Cool. Yeah. Oh, you're in Kansas? Oh, good. You're state buddies with me then. So, yeah. Wait. Sorry to cut you guys off. Wait, you didn't go to school, V? What was wrong, sis? Oh, that's not good for you. They put you asleep for... Wait. Sorry to cut you guys off.
Today because of the fact that his computer went kablooey.
Sorry to...
hard drive fried itself, and I have to use my computer to go to school because I use a $6,000 robot to go to school since there's a lot of illnesses going around.
Hey, Nathan, I'm sorry to cut you off. You went to the doctors and put you to sleep for almost half an hour at least. Well, dang. I remember when I had surgery, they put me to sleep. I had Winston surgery. Yeah. Hugs, Kyle. Alright.
Are we gonna do introductions or what now? Because it's getting annoying now.
I think I already got... Yeah, and also we have Joey as well that just joined us. I forgot Joey, so yeah. So, okay, before I start the recapping on the whole race weekend, those of you on YouTube, I found out how to fix the chat problem. Apparently, I had so much photos from my trophies that I earned. Yes, dear? Oh. But I had to declutter all that space, so yeah. Oh boy. Excuse me. I just had a little bit of my queso chicken burrito, and if Zachary Taylor were to come across this amazing string of bars, I did not share. And I'm gonna have the other half tonight for dinner. So, anywho. Yeah. So. Alright. Oh, well, there goes Joey. Joey's gone. Hold on, before we start, give me 1 second, folks. Hey, Mom, can I get a hanger, please? Yes, I need to hang up my rain jacket that I didn't hang up. Next year. Did you want me to take my work clothes from the bar and... Which one are you doing? Your clothes or... No. Oh. Did you want me to get my towel? Is your clothes for the...
Oh, you gotta go to our body? It is so hot today, it's not even funny. Okay.
Alright.
I'm doing laundry, guys.
Alright.
About to go take a shower.
If you want to hang all this stuff up for me, it'd be great.
Where would it go?
That's your dad's, that's your pants.
No, it's...
And I'm
Your
good.
pants.
No. I was gonna wait to have it with my shirt.
Here's your shirt.
Thanks, dear.
I thought you was leaving. Oh, okay. I just always have to lock the door, see? If I don't, they get on my rear end. Yep.
Okay, and then those are yours. I know that for sure.
These four
It's
shirts are
3
your
o'clock.
dad's.
It's about
Alright.
3.5 hours before the ones that we think.
And we're done, right?
Actually 4.5 hours before the sun goes down. This time of year, the sun goes down right around 7:45, 7:30. I'll probably have to cut the grass. Either tomorrow when I get off work. I think that would be the best idea.
Keep for yourself. Look at how many pulls. I like the look on your face. You're like, oh my god. I like the look on your face. You're like, oh my pants. And
Well, I'm going to take that on my trip, so.
I'm gonna get my clothes together for a nice shower. I usually go to bed around 1 a.m. 12 a.m.-ish. For work.
you have more hangers. You're welcome. You had mine. Plus, how many hangers do
I'll be
I
right back.
have? Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to do something real quick. I can officially say this show, not only from our panelists, as far as I'm concerned, is better than yesterday, but also the chat is a lot better than yesterday. The YouTube chat, so. Alright.
The problem yesterday is that there was just way too many people on making so much noise.
Yeah, that and I also...
Well, I think Nate's in a different room.
Yeah, that and also yesterday in the YouTube chat, that I had to remove somebody's comment, which I do want to apologize for the language from yesterday's video. I had to remove it because I felt it was, yeah, give me 1 second. Do you guys not mind if I add one of my Hedgehog friends to the chat? And now, silence. And everybody got quiet for whatever reason. A random. Yay, everybody got quiet. What? I was getting ready to say, I was asking, Joey had some connection problems. Yeah, let me... Hey, Nathan, do you not mind if I bring one of my Hedgehog friends in here?
He is not in here, but I'm pretty sure he'll say it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
On his behalf.
Yep. On his behalf. Okay, let me go ahead and add you, Mr. Teal. Because he's a good friend of mine, so. And for those, and like I said, if you just joined us, to those of you in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to everybody. If you have not heard the news, or if you've been, in some cases, been sleeping under a rock, which I know most of you have, Kyle Langeland. Hi, Zachary. Hey, Zachary, you can join us on Messenger, because I think Bell added you, so. How many laps do I have left on this thing? Okay. Okay, pit window coming up. Yep. Okay, we're approaching my pit window as who... Hey, it's Zachary Taylor, aka Grandpa, that he likes to call me every time I join the call. Pascal, please get out of my freaking way. Thank you. I'm sorry, what? And Joey is back. Oh, yeah.
Well, we don't know about Zachary. He has an anchor.
I think he's waiting to be. I think Dark Sidious has taken over Zachary Taylor. Those of you in YouTube, you should know that Dark Sidious is Zachary Taylor. Just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you Zachary Taylor, aka Dark Sidious. Teal's joined! Yeah. Yep, we can hear you, Teal. Yeah. Yeah, warning for the other 4 people, you're surrounded by 2 amazing hedgehogs. Yep. A Wildcat, 2 hedgehogs, Zachary Taylor's awesome player, a race car, and random yada yada yada. Oh shit! That was really risky. I should have not done that. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the show since we're only about 45 minutes into deal. But like I said, we're gonna keep monitoring the chat. So yeah. So today's episode of PCSRA Weekly, we're gonna recap the Las Vegas weekend, as well as the Singapore Grand Prix and the Verizon IndyCar Series. And I want to send a congratulations to I think it's Hold Umbrella or somebody like that, who won the Sandown 500 over the weekend, so yay. We'll give you some top story news, including a special paint scheme that just got released from the Jimmy Johnson stable. And and I hear the dreadful fan is on. So, yeah. And we will look ahead to Richmond, which I've got the entry list out. So those of you that are going to be making picks on the weekly show server, you might want to get them in. Slender Jackson, how are you doing, sir? Those of you that are new to this channel, just remember to take note of the description. That way you guys understand the rules and you make my life a lot easy before you start commenting. Because my rules are pretty much easy, simple, and hopefully it's... I think it's somebody's air conditioner, so... Yeah, of course we had this issue yesterday, so... Yeah. If somebody can mute... Oh, I think so. If he could have muted... He could have muted his mic, that way we wouldn't hear that, if you know what I mean. So. Alright, let me actually go ahead and send Teal the entry list in your PM. That way you have the list already there, okay.
And of course, my Discord has to update. Great.
I know, right? Welcome to my world. I will say this, Teal, I just hope to God I have a good run tomorrow on the Hershey's Cup Series.
I swear, Discord like...
You got other panelists in there. Yes, it's because I am on Messenger, Slender, just to answer your question. So, yeah. Yes, I finally found a way to get panelists on through the wonderful Messenger. And it finally worked. I did a test yesterday, it worked. Woohoo! Pit window's open, but that's the least of my worries. Because we're going to go ahead and start the PCSRA Weekly Show. We're going to start with, this will be in chronological order. I'm going to start with the IndyCar finale, which reminds me, I need to get this set up. I should have done a better job getting everything all set up. Just to let everybody know, they're still over... You can barely hear them? Oh, okay, let me see what I can do. Oh, that's why, because my... Okay, that... Oh, yeah, I know why, because my volume was all the way down. GG, Voiles, what else is new? We'll see if Seth can take it. Guess what? It's called stealing... It's like stealing numbers. But, yeah. Because I know Teal's gonna definitely wish me good luck tomorrow. Because I definitely need it. Mathematically, I'm still gonna finish in the top 35. Alright. Okay. So. Alright. Okay. So, while I'm getting all the info in them, is that better? Slender, please let me know in the chat. Wait, what?
It was just like a horrible static sound.
Sounds like one of those creepy vampire movies you hear, if you ask me.
I know, I have that.
Yeah. Alright, so... Let me get the results for IndyCar. Okay. That way I can get everything all set up. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little disclaimer. For the ARCA race, there could be a penalty coming Zane Smith's way for his involvement in yesterday's race. All you hear is static. I think it's because somebody's I think somebody forgot to mute their mic is why you're hearing staticky. I do a Oh, it's Nathan Bell's dryer that's going on, so please excuse us. So so just excuse us as far as that's concerned, so because he's doing laundry is what he just told me, so okay. If V's still here in the chat, I need to ask her if she can remove me, unblock me, so that way I can give her cuddles and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Alright. So let's start the weekly show by recapping Sonoma. We had first lap dramas where Alexander Rossi ran in the back of his teammate. I think it was looks like we got the problem fixed. There goes somebody.
It was Joey comparatively making that noise.
Okay, it was Joey, that's who it was. Do apologize about that. So anywho, okay, looks like we got the problem fixed. Okay. But back to what I was saying. Alexander Rossi got in the back of his teammate, which caused some significant front wing damage to his car. Just ignore the dryer in the background, because apparently I can't talk, because I'm having some issues talking over it, because it's going on, so please excuse me. So, Rossi had to come in, put some new tires on. Then we had Takuma Sato's engine go kaboomy on lap 15. Spencer Pickett brought out the only full course caution. As far as mechanical failure is concerned, Pickett was done for the day. Other than that, the race was really much one of those yawnful races, as looks like we got the problem fixed, so that's good. At the end of the day, it was Ryan Hunter-Reay who won the race, and Scott Dixon who won the championship, as that noise is back again. Yeah, I could have asked Bell if he could have muted his mic, that way we wouldn't hear his dryer going off, if you know what I mean.
Okay, where's everyone getting Sonic from? Like,
yeah.
Really, where's everyone getting Sonic?
Okay, I have a better idea. I'm gonna do this.
I can tell it.
Yeah.
It's not me.
It's Bell's dryer that's going on. That's what you're hearing, that noise. So anyway. Okay. Top 10 rundown. Top 10 rundown for IndyCar. Ryan Hunter-Reay, the winner. Scott Dixon, who got the championship second. Will Power third. Simon Pagenaud fourth. Marco Andretti fifth. Sebastian Bourdais finished sixth. Alexander Rossi seventh. Joseph Newgarden finished eighth. So Newgarden is the outgoing champion. Patricia O'Ward got Rookie of the Race. The Indy Lights champion got ninth, and Ed Jones completed the top 10. And there goes somebody in the chat. Oh, nope, there goes Teal. No, not Teal. Unless Teal had his messenger updated. Not Teal. Oh, Teal's back. Did your messenger had an update, Teal?
No, it crashed on me.
R.I.P. Teal's messenger. What else is new?
When you left, it also knocked up that noise, Teal.
Okay.
No, it just crashed on me. That's all.
Oof. Don't you hate it when things get crashy, if you know what I mean? But anyway, moving over to the F1 race at Singapore. As I'm going to go ahead and pull up the results. That way it's there. Because we'll get to the NASCAR part in a second. So, recapping Singapore. First lap of the race, it was chaotic. The two Force Indias of Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon got together, which sent Esteban Ocon in the wall. That brought out
We lost somebody.
Oh, somebody's gone. That was probably Austin. No, that's hang on a second.
It
That was Joey. That was Joey. So, Esteban Ocon crashed courtesy of his teammate, which I think that was definitely a racing deal, but at the same time, you shouldn't be going 3 wide in the turn 1 on a 61-lap race, where that street circuit is tight as Fort Knox. The rest of the races, or the rest of the race, rather, as I think no, Joey's not back, okay. The rest of the race was pretty as far as I'm concerned, and at the end of the day, however, Lewis Hamilton took home the victory, as, do apologize if you're hearing that staticky. So, yeah. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let me see if I can, hold on, I want to try something here. Give me 1 second, guys. We are having some, static issues. I do apologize, for that. Hold on, let me add, let me do this, make it easier for us. I need to get Joey. Hold on a second. Let's get Kyle in this chat, because, I have a plan. Okay. Let's add Kyle, and I'll start the call over there. So let's do this. Let's make this easy as it can be, so we can get rid of that staticky, if you know what I mean. Okay. Turn the camera off. Ooh, nice scheme by Larry's Hard Lemonades on Ryan Zeke's car. Ooh, I like that scheme. And nobody's joining. Okay, let's hold on, let me do this. Alright, actually, let me figure something out. Alright, there we go. As we're back. I do apologize. Looks like we got rid of that stacky. There went, Bell, but anyway, so we still have Connor and Zachary. Okay, so Lewis Hamilton won that race. Top 10 rundown for the F1 race. Lewis Hamilton won, Max Verstappen second, Sebastian Vettel third, Valtteri Bottas fourth, Kimi Räikkönen fifth, Daniel Ricciardo finished sixth, Fernando Alonso was the last car on the lead lap, he finished seventh, Carlos Sainz finished eighth, Charles Leclerc, who's replacing Kimi Räikkönen at Ferrari, where Räikkönen will replace him at Sauber, finished ninth, and Nico Hülkenberg completed the top 10. Only Esteban Ocon was the only driver that finished out of the race. Now, recapping NASCAR. Woohoo! We finally made it, boys and girls.
Finally.
You what?
Yes, finally.
Yes. We'll get you guys' thoughts in a second. I want the race report. Yes, I want the race report. Come on. Please cooperate. There we go. At least you... Whoa, what the hell? Oh my god, it's black and white. What the... What the heck? It's black and white. What the heck? Okay, what is going on?
What?
It was... Oh, there goes Teal. No, not Teal. Hey, we can finally hear Taylor, a.k.a. Grandpa Taylor.
Oh, brother.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Hey, Taylor, I love doing that to you just for the fun of it, bro. Come on, cuz.
That's obvious.
You know I love messing with you, cuz.
Alright, boys. I'm a cowboy step here, and I'm gonna teach you all how to milk a cow.
Oh, God. Open a new tab. Let's do that. Alright, this is where the Xfinity series are going to go. So, anyway, let's recap Las Vegas. Let's start with the truck series after I get the results up. Woohoo. You can go away. Alright, starting with the truck series, as we're hearing some staticky going on. Taylor, why are you becoming Dark Sidious again?
I'm not.
Oh, somebody's... Whoa, what the? Okay. I don't know what that was, but I do apologize about that. Anyway. So, recapping the truck series. Now that we got the staticky fixed. Or not. I think it's Zachary Taylor. Taylor, what are you doing that's causing all that staticky problem, bruh?
Yeah, what'd you say? Because you kind of cut out right there.
What are you doing with the staticky problem?
Static?
Yeah, because you're causing static coming from my end, cuz... Come on, cuz, you should know better. Yeah, I don't know. I think Zachary Taylor had something to do with the watermelon that got possessed. I'm sorry, I had to do that. That's just good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Zachary Taylor has given birth to a daughter named Watermelon. Anyway. Come on, cuz. Alright, works for me. But anyway. The Truck Series recap as Kyle's back.
Yep, I'm back.
And you're better than ever, as always. So, we had the first wreck. Tanner Thorson got in the wall. Damage to the right side, which broke something in the... which caused a fire under his truck. That brought out the first yellow. Which
I
was...
remember that. I think it was like... you got slammed in the rear.
No, I think it was fluid that was coming from the 20 that caught fire. Stage 1... Yeah, Stage 1 was won by Noah Gregson. Then we had Bo Lamassus spun in the wall in turn 3. So he was done for the day. Stage 2 was won by Grant Enfinger. Then Jesse Little and Todd Gillen got together in turn 1, sent Gillen in the wall. And Gillen was done for the day, unfortunately. Let's see here. Then we had John Hunter Nemechek, Stuart Friesen, Grant Enfinger, and Matt Crafton incident in turn 2. All 4 drivers spun, but thankfully kept going. Stuart Friesen spun like 3 times. Then Corey Roper stopped on pit road after he got into the wall, which took so long to bring out a yellow. As I mentioned, Friesen spun.
I agree with that. Like, it took me like a good 50 seconds to bring out a yellow.
Yeah, it should have took less than that, if you know what I mean. But anywho.
Yeah.
Then our first overtime attempt, Todd, the 30 of Austin Terrio, John Hunter Nemechek, and Cody Coughlin got together. Coughlin went in the inside wall. Thankfully, it was a safer barrier. And then we had the big one on the second attempt at NASCAR overtime involving the 02 of Austin Hill, the 3 of Jordan Anderson. More on Jordan Anderson later on in the show because something happened to his truck leaving Las Vegas. John Hunter Nemechek, Timothy Peters, Austin Terrio, Stuart Friesen, the 54 that was driven by Chris Eggleston, which we'll get to him in a second. Jesse Little brought out an incident in turn 4, brought out the red flag. Then we had our final restart where Grant Enfinger got a great restart after I think the dominant truck of the day, like Moffitt, I think, spun the tires or had something go wrong with his truck or something like that. I don't know, but regardless, nevertheless, at the end of the day, it was Grant Enfinger who wins at Las Vegas, and as a result, Grant Enfinger has locked himself a spot into the next round of the playoffs. Moving over to the Xfinity Series, we had the what was probably weekend, which we'll get to their thoughts on this. Michael Annett and the 18 of hold on a second, I'm looking. I don't need any help from you guys. I got it. I can look. Ryan Prix. Okay, thank goodness. I almost said the 5-letter word that Taylor told me not to say, but I kept it together, so thank goodness. Ryan Prix and Michael Annett got together. Annett goes in the grass toward the splitter. He was done for the day. Stage 1 was won by Ross Chastain. In fact, he won both Stage 1 and Stage 2. Then we had Matt Tiff and Ryan Reed got together in turn 4. Both cars go in the wall and heavy damage to their cars. They're done for the day. Then Ryan Prix got together, spun off turn number 2. And then Vinnie Miller spun in turn 3. That brought out another yellow. And then the incident of the race where Tyler Reddick and I think it was Chase Briscoe pulled a Jeff Gordon hit where he went in the wall. All 4 wheels were off the ground, but thankfully landed back on his wheels. Got out of the car, he was okay. Thank goodness there was a safer barrier, even though he hit the same opening Jeff Gordon hit. But that was without the safer barriers. Then Reddick made a stupid block on the front straightaway, took out Daniel Hemrick and Shane Lee in the process. Excuse me. Wow, I can't talk today. On the penultimate restart, which brought out a yellow. And then our last restart, Ross Chastain got a good restart, held off Allgaier, and Ross Chastain picks up his first career NASCAR Xfinity win, and as a result, he is now in the playoffs to compete for the championship. Top 10 rundown for the Xfinity Series. Ross Chastain, the winner. Justin Allgaier finished 2nd. Cole Custer 3rd. Christopher Bell, the rookie of the race, finishing 4th. Elliott Sadler 5th. Ryan Preece got 6th, Brandon Jones 7th, Ryan Truex 8th, Austin Cindric 9th, and Spencer Gallagher, the driver I definitely hate the most, but you know what I mean, finished in 10th. So, yeah. Then we go over to the Cup race where they started the playoffs, which was the first 80 laps. Nothing happened. Of course, Martin Truex Jr. won Stage 1. Then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. brought out the first yellow. That was not for a stage, as he got in the wall in turn number 3. Then Ty Dillon got in the wall on the front stretch, like he had a tire going down or something like that. Kevin Harvick blew a right front tire into turn 1 and took Eric Jones in the process. Both cars had heavy damage and were done for the day. Stage 2 was won by Brad Keselowski, a.k.a. Horseface. Then in turn 3, William Byron got loose, got in the wall, slapped the right side of his race car. He was also done for the day. Very disappointed hearing that right there. Then Jamie McMurray cut a right rear tire down after he hit the wall, took out Chase Elliott in the process. In turn number 4, both drivers were okay. Kyle Busch got loose up off of turn 4, got in the gray stuff, spun out, went through the grass. It didn't tear up the splitter, but it did some damage to the 18, and he was not a factor in the race. Hamlin did the exact same thing, but tore the splitter off of his car, which got the 18 back on the lead lap. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., bad day went to worse as he got turned in the inside wall, had heavy damage to his car. Then we had debris in turn number 3 to set up our first overtime attempt, which actually became the big one, with Michael McDowell, Ross Chastain, Matt DiBenedetto, Kurt Busch, and David Reagan getting together, which resulted in a red flag. And then we had our final restart where Brad Keselowski held off the entire field and goes on to win Las Vegas. And as a result, Brad Keselowski has locked himself a spot into the next round of the playoffs. The top 10 rundown for the Cup race was Brad Keselowski, the winner, Kyle Larson 2nd, Martin Truex Jr. 3rd, Joey Logano 4th, Ryan Blaney 5th, Eric Almirola 6th, Kyle Busch 7th, Daniel Suarez 8th, Ryan Newman 9th, and Paul Menard finished in the top 10. So let's get you guys' thoughts on the Las Vegas weekend. And Taylor, I would like to get your thoughts on Singapore and the IndyCar weekend with Scott Dixon winning the championship. So who would like to go first?
I guess
Okay, go ahead, Taylor.
Well, that IndyCar race was pretty interesting, and like you mentioned, unfortunately, Rossi got some damage pretty early on, so that kind of hurt his chances a little bit to get the championship, but it was still pretty cool to see him top 6 and get the championship, and I was actually pleased to be fighting for the championship, but they were kind of lost a little bit. And the front race was pretty good too. Better got close, but didn't quite get there. So
Oh yeah, and the other thing is, I don't think Force India was probably happy with Perez, because he also got into an incident with Sergei Sorokin, which that was probably karmic retribution, if you ask me, as far as because he had a tire that got cut down, so you know that doesn't surprise me whatsoever as far as that. So what about Las Vegas, Taylor?
That truck race got pretty crazy there at the end. I was
Alright, what about you, Mr. Teal, about Las Vegas? Okay. Joey, what about you, Joey, as I just ran off the track like a complete moron, because I was just paying attention to the phone and then paying attention to the track. GG me. And Nathan Bell just came back as what?
Alright guys, I'm back. I apologize for that
Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm live. The only thing you've missed was just recapping the race. That's all you've missed. You haven't missed anything, so. Getting back to Joey, your thoughts on the whole race weekend with Singapore, IndyCar, Sonoma, and Las Vegas? I think we're based on Sonic, but with different colors. But it's like I don't think we can hear Joey. I don't know if his mic's muted or not, but
Well,
you have to understand, I'm not sure where Joey lives at, but if he has to turn on his air conditioner, there's nothing I can do because of the fact that it is so hot today. Everybody can agree with me. It is freaking boiling hot outside, and it is September 18th. It is not supposed to be this hot.
Speaking of hot, let me check,
I kind of
it's 88 degrees where Teal is at. It's 91 here in Oklahoma City. Wow, Teal, you're 3 degrees cooler than me.
Heat index right now for me, what it feels like here, is 97.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's steamy.
Yeah, and also Las Vegas weekend, it was really hot, but my thoughts on the Vegas weekend, as well as Singapore and Sonoma, since we're having some issues with Joey's connection. We do apologize. My thoughts on the whole race weekend. First off, Sonoma, congratulations to Scott Dixon in what could be his final IndyCar season, because I believe he said he was going to retire, and if that is the case, what a great way to go out as a champion if you're Scott Dixon, and I would definitely say a Hall of Fame career from my perspective. As far as Singapore was concerned, you know, I would say the drivers that really disappointed me, I would definitely say Force India, because the number one rule in F1, do not take your teammate out, and that's exactly what happened. But, you know, Singapore was pretty decent, even though it was a night race, one of my favorite races of the season. And, you know, Las Vegas, it was really hot. Congratulations to Grant Enfinger. He now goes into Talladega knowing he's in the next round along with Justin Haley, so he can definitely can go out there and afford a pretty poor result and still be moving on to the next round of the playoffs. Some. Yeah. And plus, they went 5 freaking wide and did not wreck. How do you go 5 wide at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and not wreck is beyond me. That's what kind of surprised me. Exactly. I would agree with you on that, Teal. For Xfinity, I'm very glad Ross Chastain finally got to win and finally got a win, even though he said on Twitter he didn't deserve this opportunity. He definitely deserved an opportunity like that. And don't be surprised if he could get a full-time ride up in the Xfinity Series with Chip Ganassi racing in probably a second car next year. For the Cup race, yeah, I was talking about Ross Chastain. Because he said on Twitter the other day that he didn't deserve the opportunity. And everybody kind of disagreed. He definitely deserved the opportunity, if you know what I mean. Exactly. And Ross Chastain's a really good driver. I mean, you know, he's really improved his finishes. You know, with JD Motorsports, he got a top 5. That was when there were no cup leeches in that field at Iowa. You know, he's really gotten a lot of key finishes as far as that's concerned. Going back to my cup thoughts, Las Vegas, you know, with the heat index, you know, I mean, for Harvick, yeah, he definitely could afford a poor result because he had a lot of extra playoff points that saved him. Otherwise, he would have been in the bottom 4 and had to go out there and try to get a good run at Richmond to try to get into the round of 12 before the first elimination race. So, but, you know, congratulations to Brad Keselowski. And funny stat to mention, first time he's got 3 wins in a row in his career. I remember Dale Jr. winning 4 wins in a row at Talladega, but never 3 in a row. But Brad Keselowski, you know, found a way to get the job done, and you know, that's pretty impressive for Keselowski to get his 3rd win in a row. And not only that, get Penske Racing their 500th win combined in all motorsports. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. 500 wins. Now tell me how big of an accomplishment is that we've seen so far. Excuse me. I think they have over 200 wins, because their 200th win was with Jimmy Johnson in 2012 at Darlington. Funny thing was, I had to miss that race because I was in Orlando that weekend. I was like, I should have DVR'd it, but oh well. I really love 03, especially Kurt Busch and Ricky Craven. That was what NASCAR was amazing, especially with those photo finishes. So yeah. Yeah. I would agree. So anyway, as I mentioned earlier, regarding about this incident last Saturday involving Zane Smith and Dynaco's All Mine, I have a link, and I did talk to Taylor about this last night. Zane Smith is actually going to be facing a penalty coming from the ARCA Racing Series official because he intentionally, yes, you heard it out of my mouth, intentionally took out the 15, if I can find this link. Another top story I'll get to in a sec.
What channel does ARCA race on?
They're either on FS1, FS2, or Map TV.
Yeah, because mostly they're like on those channels.
Yeah. Because we won't see ARCA until like,
Usually?
I don't know, like pretty late. Like 8 or 9 Eastern. I know some people have...
If someone, like, watching YouTube right now could send me their schedule for 2019, I would more than gladly watch them more.
Let me see if I can find this. Zane Smith. Yeah, here it is. It was Michael Self, aka Dynaco's All Mine. So there could be penalties for Zane Smith.
So what did he do?
He intentionally retaliated on Michael Self for an incident that happened at Salem early in the race. And then both drivers, after the race, got involved in a scuffle, which crew members and ARCA officials had to break up the fight. So... You know the sense at Salem, short track racing equals short track tempers. That's definitely a good one. So, but you know there could be, like I said, there could be penalties. It says any penalties will not be announced until after all parties have been notified by this by the body. In other words, ARCA will be announcing the penalties ASAP. So. I think one just took it, and want to say congratulations, if I can go to somebody's deal. While all that was done, Chandler Smith won the Salem race at Salem, and now they will go, they're actually going to Indianapolis to make up their ARCA race that got rained out 2 weeks ago, or last week, yeah, last week. So they're going to go make it up October before they go to Kansas, so.
What's their schedule like? Do they mostly go to short tracks?
They're either mostly short tracks. They either go to... They have a few dirt races, mostly short tracks, and a few big tracks, like Pocono, Daytona.
There are times they go to NASCAR sanctioned tracks.
Yeah.
Like Daytona, Talladega,
Michigan, Pocono, Charlotte... Those kind of tracks, but they're more than a short track.
Charlotte. I've seen them go to Chicago before.
Yeah. And Chicago. Forgot about Chicago. So, yeah. Alright, let's get to the top story news. This is the biggest top story news nobody saw coming. Nobody. Justin Fontaine is going to be stepping down from racing in NASCAR after the 2018 season. I'm going to read an article and I'm going to give you guys a chance to get your opinion. This is what Justin Fontaine said on his Twitter. Quote, bearing a major influence of sponsor funding, I will be indefinitely stepping away from motorsports competition following the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway in November. This decision comes after careful consideration, which I'll outline below. Following the event at Charlotte Motor Speedway in May, which I retired early due to a self-inflicted on-track incident, I went back to the hauler and literally broke down. My rookie season at Nice Motorsports started out strong with 2 top 10 finishes in the first 3 races. However, our finishes plateaued in the weeks that followed. We had a string of poor results that I had only myself and experience to blame. Frankly, it was a bitter pill to swallow, but it came reality. My dad came up to the lounge after the Charlotte race to calm down, and we had an honest conversation about my career and desires. My goal for nearly 10 years had been clear to me. However, the reality of making those dreams come true are more complicated and in many ways out of my control. The stress for me, and more importantly my family, is more than I can shoulder any longer. We do not think about the impact our careers have on our families, but I was forced to see it firsthand when my mom, dad, brothers walked in my hospital room in tears after the ARCA crash at Daytona that nearly took away my ability to walk in February of last year. If I can help it, I do not want to see that again. That experience affected me very deeply, and knowing the lifestyle and career I love so much could bring that much emotional distress was overwhelming. Yada, yada, yada. So what is your thoughts on Justin Fontaine retiring from NASCAR after 2018?
Well, it kind of goes back to where Dale Jr. has his injuries. When you go through a major traumatic injury time, like Dale Jr. did, or like Justin Fontaine did, you really think about what you're wanting to do in the sport in the future. And in my opinion, I
Yeah. IndyCar. Oh yeah, definitely. What about you? What about you, Taylor? For you, Teal? for me, I would definitely say, you know, and you bring up a good point about Pocono, Nathan Bell. You know, it's not the first time Indy cars have had scary wrecks. I mean, let's go back to, you know, 2011, you know, when Dan Weldon had his fatal wreck at Las Vegas. You know, that track wasn't safe enough, you know. And you also brought up, and you, alright, I was getting ready to say, you bring up a good point about Auto Club, you know, not only the Dan Weldon crash, but remember, Mikhail Aloshin had his scary wreck at Auto Club. That's probably another reason why they wouldn't go to Auto Club. Plus, you know, the other, I could also say for an excuse, you know, why they're not returning to Sonoma is because they don't want to have another scary wreck like what we've seen, because, you know, let's face it, Sonoma's also have seen some injuries, especially during practice, and I think, you know, for them moving to Laguna Seca, you know, is the right thing to do. Now, you did bring up a good point about F1. You know, F1 does race at Silverstone. They race at iconic tracks like Silverstone, Monza, the Japanese Grand Prix, even though there was an injury in the Japanese Grand Prix, you know, with Jules Bianchi, which yeah. It was. You are correct. And the other thing I would also include is, yeah, Indianapolis. That's the only time they only race the Brickyard. But yeah. Yeah, and it's also during Memorial Day weekend. Plus, the other thing I would also add is IndyCar needs to also do something as far as the safety of the drivers. And here's why I bring this up. You have the Formula One cars that have the halo system to protect flying debris hitting them in the face, like what happened to Felipe Massa at Turkey in 2009. That was probably another reason, you know, IndyCar needs to bring that safety deal, because if Ryan Hunter-Reay would have been dead, if Ryan Hunter-Reay would have not survived that wreck, I mean, if that debris would have hit Ryan Hunter-Reay would have been dead. That was Justin Wilson. Justin Wilson. So yeah. All right. Moving on to another story news, as we have one person in the chat. I'm gonna check the chat in a second. Who's that one person in the chat? Chat. Okay.
I think we need to do a Q&A session. Let the fans see what they want to ask about.
Yeah. Just trying to update the chat. So anyway, Jimmy Johnson has revealed one of his 2 paint schemes for Phoenix, and I'm going to put it in the chat so you guys can take a look at it. You know the power of pride that he had in his early NASCAR career? Well, he's bringing it back for Veterans Day.
Wow, that's going to be awesome.
Yep.
That is going to be awesome. Oh, my
That is an
goodness.
awesome paint scheme, if you ask me, so...
A classic, awesome paint scheme.
Yep.
I wonder what his paint scheme's going to be for Miami.
That's another thing I would say, like another throwback, so, yeah. Also, I'm gonna, I already showed Zachary Taylor the car, but I have not showed Kyle my, getting onto NR 2003 news. I'm going to send Kyle my, paint scheme that I'm gonna run in the Monster Energy Cup Series via his PM with me. And that is a Kyle Petty 2008 throwback, for those of you wondering, that I'm gonna run for this upcoming season. And Taylor already liked it. It's like no-brainer, so.
Even though Kyle Petty was not a good racer back then.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Petty wasn't.
Yeah.
Richard Petty was. Kyle Petty, he always complained about everything. All he said on NASCAR and TNT was, "That's incredible."
I know, right? So. Alright. I don't think we have anything else coming up as far as that's concerned. But let's preview Richmond. So we're going from the hot and sticky desert of Las Vegas Motor Speedway to short track racing at Richmond.
Probably
So,
my least favorite short track of the tracks they do go to, but it does sometimes bring good racing.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, what do you guys expect to see at Richmond International Raceway? Do you guys think we're going to see the classic bumping and banging that we always see, or do you think we're going to see a different race without the beating and banging that we're normally seeing at Richmond?
Well, I think we'll see some beating and banging. I think we're probably going to see a little bit of everything, probably.
And don't forget, when it comes to short tracks, the short track.
Oh yeah, you bring up a good point, Kyle. Oh yeah, that would have been exciting. I mean, it would have been nice if it won at 9, but... For me, I think we're going to see a very interesting Richmond race, you know, with Dale Jr. returning as Marcus Ericsson's chopping me off. Thank you, Erickson, you stupid idiot. Anyway, but I think we're definitely going to see some good short track racing. You know, if the spring race was any indication, I think we could see a very good race so far at Richmond. So it's going to be interesting how that's going to go. Alright, it is time for predictions presented by Otis Spunkmeyer. Remember, Otis Spunkmeyer is the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. A proud sponsor of me and the 2016. Time for the Otis Spunkmeyer predictions. Those of you in the chat that don't know how we do our predictions, it goes like this. We give you a driver we think is going to win the race. We give you a driver we think you need to stay away from. But we give you a dark horse who we think are going to be an underdog in the race, as I'm under 10 laps to go of the Spanish Grand Prix, so whoop whoop. Alright, everybody's got the predictions, or not predictions, the entry list, rather. So I'll let you guys look at that. Got some interesting drivers. Got Alon Day in the 23, we got Timmy Hill in the 66, and Landon Castle in the 99. Joey Gase is in the 00 this week. Xfinity, we got Ryan Preece, we got Spencer Gallagher in the 23. Cody Lane's in the 27, so Cody Lane would have to qualify on time unless somebody withdraws. We got Quentin Hoff making his Xfinity debut for JD Motorsports. Ty Majeski's in the 60. Austin Cindric in the 22. Catherine Legg is back, everybody. That's a shocker. Who didn't expect that? Mason Diaz also making his Xfinity debut if he makes the race. Dale Jr.'s in the Xfinity field. Woohoo! We got a lot of good things. So here's how the order is going to go. We're going to do this. There goes Nathan Bell. Rip. We're going to have Zachary Taylor go first, then Kyle. If Joey gets back, we'll do him, then Nathan Bell, and then myself. So, first one to do picks, Zachary Taylor.
Thank you. Okay, so my picks, I got a little bit of surprises, I guess you could say, probably.
Ooh. Wow. And don't forget, Christopher Bell won the last short track race the Xfinity Series ran on, which was Iowa. So, your cup predictions. I would say that's an obvious pick. Very good pick. Alright. Next up, Mr. Kyle Langeland, the adorable teal hedgehog. First time Kyle's made predictions, that's not the Relay podcast, I should remind everybody. So, just pointing that out. Ooh! That's a huge, bold prediction. Big prediction. Alright. I can see that happening because LeBay also won short tracks last year in the Pinty Series. Yep. I would probably would agree with that. Ooh. Alright. So I just got predictions from Annie Thomas and Betty Johnson. I'm going to read theirs in a second. If Nathan Bell is back by then, we'll get to his picks in a second. But for Annie Thomas, she picked driver to win. She picked Ryan Sieg. Ooh, can you imagine Ryan Sieg winning his first career Xfinity win? I would like to see that happen. As for her driver to stay away from, she picked a driver that she didn't feel like could match up potentials. She definitely told everybody to please stay away from this driver. She said stay away from Brandon Jones. Her dark horse, she took Ryan Prix. Wow, didn't see that coming. For her cup picks, Annie Thomas picked Kevin Harvick as the driver to win, which that's pretty not surprising. Her driver to stay away from, she felt like this driver has not had any good mojo and has really struggled at Richmond. She picked Ryan Newman as the driver to stay away from. Her dark horse, she picked William Byron as a dark horse that could get another good result. Alright, for Betty Johnson's prediction, she picked for her driver to win the Xfinity race, Dale Earnhardt Jr. That doesn't come to a surprise to most of you guys, since Jr. is a former winner at Richmond anyway. For her driver to stay away from, Betty Johnson chose this driver who's really had no luck at whatsoever and said stay away from Matt Tiff. Betty Johnson's dark horse for Xfinity, she picked Alex LeBay. For her cup predictions, her driver to win is going to be Kyle Busch. Her driver to stay away from, she picked Austin Dillon, because ever since Austin Dillon won the Daytona 500, he's had mediocre results. And for her dark horse, she took Kevin Harvick. How interesting that two Aussie drivers picked Kevin Harvick as either a driver to win or a dark horse. So, alright, last but not least, unless Nathan Bell gets back in here, it is now up to myself. It's my time to shine and show you my pick. Oh, sorry. Your cup pick. Who's your driver to win? Ooh, you're picking Suarez. That's a bold pick. Oh yeah, definitely. Johnson's really had a rough year, if you ask me. And the dark... Ooh. Alright. And yes, I didn't want to say the 5-letter word, because you know Taylor's going to say his favorite line. Oh, you just said it. If I would have said it, then you would have said, oh, you just said it. Yeah. I would rather say bad chickens if you ask me. But anywho. Alright, now it's now up to me, as I don't know where Nathan Bell went, but we'll get to Nathan Bell's predictions, and then after that we'll ask our panelists their final thoughts on this for this upcoming. I think we're definitely going to see a good race at Richmond. So, driver to win for me. This one was kind of one of those drivers that I really think is going to get the job done. Driver to win, I'm also going to go bold here. I'm going to say Alex LeBay is the driver to win, because he has a lot of short track experience, And I think he can get the job done at Richmond, because Richmond's another short track. Remember, he had one of those short track tempers with him and Kevin Lacroix back last year in Edmonton, so I think he can definitely redeem himself so far. Driver to stay away from. Well, this one was kind of one of those picks that I had to say, hey, Boyles, you should tell this driver that he's definitely not worthy. If there's one driver I had to pick, besides the unfunded teams, I'd say stay away from Daniel Hemrick. I really just don't think Daniel Hemrick's has had pretty good finishes lately. I mean, he's really had some bad finishes of late. As for the dark horse, I'm also going to go with Ryan Prix. You know, he is also, like Christopher Bell, won at Iowa, and Richmond is almost similar to Iowa, so I think that will be the case for him to win Iowa, or to win Richmond, after what he did in Iowa, which was awesome. As far as my Cup picks are concerned, driver to win the Cup race, I'm gonna go with Kyle Busch. I really think Kyle Busch can bounce back and get in. As I was saying, Spotter, thank you for interrupting me, you drunken idiot. Kyle Busch is definitely going to redeem himself, and I think he's going to get the job done. Driver to stay away from. Well, I will have to agree with Kyle. I should stay away from Jimmy Johnson. His season has not been great. I mean, he's had one good result, but he's really not done anything good so far this year, and I just don't think he's going to get the job done. And I'm going to take Alex Bowman as my dark horse. Because I think Alex Bowman, you know, I think he had a rough race at Vegas. I think he'll definitely bounce back, so that way he can set up for the first elimination race. Which brings me to my next question I'm going to ask the panelists. With the fact that Charlotte Roval has the new turf, the AstroTurf instead of grass, here's my next question to you guys. Do you think NASCAR, as I'm getting ready to take the white flag, one to go sponsored by Credit One, wink wink, do you think NASCAR should replace grass with AstroTurf, and why? For all their tracks. And for you, Kyle? Oh, definitely. For me, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it'll that, because if it doesn't tear up grass, if it doesn't tear up the car, is what I'm trying to say, it should be interesting, because, you know, that's something we have never had before. As I'm rounding through the last corners, and as I round the final corner, and I win the Spanish Grand Prix after starting last. How about that, kids? From last to first. How about that? That was called one hell of a drive from me. Alright, so I want to thank you guys for joining me for this week's edition of PCSRA Weekly, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up on YouTube.
A great win then for the Toro Rosso team today.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to finally do it for this week's edition of PCSRA Weekly. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us.
Inside, outside, cutting underneath.
If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, comment underneath here to give us your thoughts. Subscribe to become a part of the PCSRA crew today. I really appreciate that. I want to remind everybody that we aren't sure if the talk show is going to be if we're going to have the talk show tomorrow or not. I haven't decided yet. but we'll just have to wait and see as far as that's concerned. But, yeah. So. But, thank you guys so much for joining us. As, for Kyle, Langeland, Nathan,
it's time
Bell.
to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship.
As we're going to look
Our
at the
current
Drivers'
points leader
Championship
extends
as I
their
extend
lead
my
at the top
lead.
of the championship after a very good result here today. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I think I'll have to give it to the Toro Rosso driver. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill
my
to
first
have
driver
in
of the day
modern-day
award.
Formula One.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Yeah. So, next week on PCSRA Weekly, we'll recap the Richmond weekend. We'll look ahead to the Russian Grand Prix and to the Charlotte Roval, which is the second race for the Xfinity Series in their playoffs for the first round, and it's the first elimination race. Look at that upgrade, baby. 322. That's kicking ass. Woo! Hey, won the rivalry. How about that, children? So, yeah. And that's it for the Spanish Grand Prix. So I want to thank you guys a lot for joining me as far as that's concerned. For Kyle Langeland, Zachary Taylor, Nathan Bell, and all of our wonderful people, and Greg Rudds, who does a great job back at our beautiful Learfield studios, and also in our PCSRA studios so far. Until next Monday, when we recap Richmond, we look ahead to Russia, and to the Charlotte Roval. This is Daniel Voiles saying, thanks for watching. See you guys next week. I hope to see you guys for the talk show. And Boomer Sooner, everyone. This has been a production of the PCSRA Weekly Show on the Blue Hedgehog TV. Until next time, so long, everybody.
This PCSRA event has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, and by Sonic. Thanks for joining us for the PCSRA event. Copyright 2018 by the Pacifica Sports Racing Association, Incorporated.